Hello. Today, one of the problems most common that people have is anxiety and panic and anxiety crisis. When I get asked about how to deal with this kind of situation, I always like to explain that anxiety is not the real problem, but anxiety is the symptom. What do I mean with that? Let's think about the flu. When we have flu, we have fever. But the fever is not the real problem. The real problem is that we have an infection, and the fever is just a symptom. It's just your body trying to fight against the infection that is inside. But you cannot treat only the fever. You have to find the infection and heal the infection. So we go in both directions, the fever and the infection. Well, when we go back into anxiety, anxiety is exactly the same. Anxiety is how your body and your nervous system try to defend and to protect yourself from all the pressure, the stress, and the emotional problem that you have inside you. This is why I say that anxiety is never the problem. It's always the symptom. So if you try to resolve your anxiety only by treating the anxiety will be always there. You have to do therapy. You have to integrate your problem, do emotional integration so we can find the root of that anxiety, heal it from there, and then you will be finally relieved from that anxiety. However, the best way is to treat both. On one side, we will do emotional integration therapy to find the origin of that anxiety and to heal it. And on the other hand, we will do something to deal with that anxiety. So in other classes, I teach about dealing with our emotions. Today, I'm going to focus in the anxiety itself. One of the first things that we do when we have anxiety is we start to have shorter breathing. Instead of having a normal breathing, we start to go like and that causes stress on your nervous system. Your body feels that you don't have enough air to survive, start to have more stress, more pressure, and we feel that I'm gonna die. I cannot breathe, which is not actually true, but it's what we feel. I cannot breathe. I'm missing air. That is what we normally feel. So a very good tip about that is to gain conscious control of our breathing. In that way, when an anxiety crisis happens, you will be able to take control of your breathing so that that feeling of I cannot breathe will be over, and that is the most important step to stop an anxiety crisis. When I'm training therapists, I always tell to them the most important thing to take control of a client anxiety or panic crisis is to take control of their breathing. When you have that, in a few minutes the crisis will be over. It's so efficient for that. So now I want to teach it to you so you will be able to do it by yourself and not wait for a therapy or for a third person to help you. At some point, some of the steps that we will do are going to be uncomfortable, but that's the way that we will get used to. It's like when we go to the gym, we have to cross that line of being tired, of having our muscles sore, so the muscle will grow. So we will do something like that today. It won't be painful, but it will be uncomfortable at some moment, but I will teach you how to deal with it. The first step is to learn about the normal breathing. What do I mean with that? Every time that you inhale, your abdomen will go out. And when you exhale, your abdomen will go inside. So let's do it. Place your right hand on your abdomen, and with the breathe in, your abdomen goes out. So I breathe in, abdomen out. I exhale, abdomen inside. Inhale, abdomen out. Exhale, abdomen inside. Breathe in, abdomen goes out. Exhale, abdomen inside. Keep doing it like that. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep going at your own rhythm. Every time that in the breathe in, your abdomen goes out, the diaphragm relaxes and leaves more place for your lungs to expand and to take more oxygen, which releases stress from the body because now we have enough oxygen to breathe. In the breathe out, by putting our abdomen inside, we are helping our diaphragm to push the air out. This is what we call a normal breath. So again, breathe in, abdomen's out, breathe out, abdomen inside. Good. Now we move into the next step. Be aware, be conscious of your breathing. Breathe in, abdomen out, I'm conscious of my breathing. Breathe out, I'm conscious of my breathing. Inhale, abdomen out, conscious. Exhale, abdomen inside, remain conscious. Very good. Good. Take a deep breath, come back here. So for the rest of the class, this is the kind of breathing that we are going to keep doing. We are going to do more steps, but always try to allow your abdomen to go out in the inhalation and your abdomen to go in the exhalation. Okay? That's the most important thing. Now, we are going to take control of our breathing by breathing in 4 steps. What do I mean with that? We are going to inhale in 4 times. Like I start inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna exhale in 4 times. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, the typical mistake that people does when we do this exercise is that in the first step, in the 1, they breathe in everything and they keep the breath, and they count 2, 3, 4. That is not what we want. I want you to keep inhaling the air coming inside during the 4 steps. And in the exhalation, exactly the same. It's not in the first you let out all the air and then you are holding your breath. That is not what we want. We want a controlled breath in and a controlled breath out. But it has to be constant. It has to be continuous. So I inhale and I'm gonna count with my fingers so I can do it myself too. Okay, so I start inhaling. And now in the exhalation, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we will split the breathe in and breathe out in 4 steps, in 4 times. Okay? So let's do it. First, we close our eyes. Breathe normally to relax yourself. And we inhale in 4 steps. Inhale. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, breathe normally. Do not control your breathing anymore, but go into the feeling. Trying to find if you feel uncomfortable, if you feel some kind of anxiety, like you cannot breathe, or any emotional reaction that you might have, any kind of discomfort, and sit in that discomfort. Don't run away from it, but sitting there, allow yourself to feel that discomfort and relax it. Be aware of it. Very good. Come back, open your eyes. If you remember at any point where you had anxiety or a crisis, this kind of feeling is the most common to have. I cannot breathe, and this feeling of discomfort, of survival. So by taking control of our breath and doing it consciously, we will learn how to deal with this moment after when a crisis really happened. So by taking control in 4 steps of our breathing, we are first learning how to control our breathing, but also how to control that discomfort feeling that happens in real life, in daily life. Now we are going to do it a bit more complicated. And instead of doing it 4 times, we are going to do it in 6 times, okay? So this feeling of discomfort, stress, and I cannot breathe, we are going to increase it a little bit so we can work with it a bit better. If you feel during the practice that doing it in 6 steps is way too uncomfortable, then go back to 4. But you have to make sure that you reach that uncomfortable place. If you remain in your comfort zone, you will not be training yourself into the practice. So dare to reach that discomfort, that I didn't like that one. Okay? That is the best way. Then if you go into the other extreme of forcing yourself too much, it will be way too painful. That is not what we want either. Okay? So it's just look for your uncomfortable moment. Okay? Good. Again, let's do it. We close our eyes. The first few breathing, I will count the breath in and the breath out. Then I will say it aloud, only the breath out, so I can do it myself too. Okay? So we close our eyes. Relax yourself. Breathe normally. Get ready. And we nail in 6 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We exhale in 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We nail in 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now relax your breathing, breathe normally, and go back into the emotional feeling, into the uncomfortable feeling. Sit in that uncomfortable feeling and embrace it. Integrate that. Surrender to that feeling. Embrace it. Do not fight it. And in your mind, you will help yourself by thinking, I am alive, I'm not threatened, I'm alive, I am secure, I am not threatened right now. Very good. Good. Come back, open your eyes. So if you feel that controlling your breath in 4 steps is good enough for you and you reach that uncomfortable feeling, you keep doing it in 4 steps. You will reach a point where doing it in four steps, you will be very comfortable. Then you move into 5 steps, 6 steps, or you can even go into 10 steps, controlling your breathing. The most important thing is that when you get that uncomfortable feeling, you keep doing a few more breathing to increase that uncomfortable feeling, and then you stop, you forget about your breath, and you go into the emotional feeling. And you allow yourself to embrace that insecurity, that stress, that feeling of I cannot breathe, and you embrace it, you sit in there, you feel it consciously, and in your mind you think, I'm safe. There is no threat, I am alive. Because when anxiety happens, there are different parts of us that they don't know that we are alive, that they don't realize that we are safe. In our mind, it doesn't make sense. But that is what our body feels. This is why anxiety happens. So if I can be aware in that moment of I'm safe, there is no danger, I'm not threatened, that information at some point will reach your body and will stop that defensive mechanism of survival. Oh, okay, so I'm not threatened, there is no danger, I'm safe, I don't have to defend myself, and the part of the brain that is in charge of survival will relax and your anxiety will decrease a lot. Okay, so that is very important. Now, next step. Another typical mistake that we do when we have anxiety or a crisis is that we close our eyes. And you have to understand that in anxiety, as I was saying, your body feels that you are not going to survive, that you are threatened, that you could die. This is why we also feel that I cannot breathe. So your body goes into survival mode. And if in that moment I close my eyes and I cover it with my hands, my body doesn't know what is happening because I'm shutting down one of the senses. And that makes everything worse. So in those situations, what you have to do is to open your eyes and make sure that you don't close your eyes. Everything inside you will want to close your eyes and go into this position. Don't allow yourself. You have to be strict with yourself, severe, and say, no, I'm opening my eyes. And keep your eyes open, looking everywhere, so your eyes will confirm to your brain, oh, I'm not in danger, I'm safe, I'm alive, there is no threat, and you will support that thought with your eyes of, oh, that's right, I'm worried, I have problem, I have difficulty, but my life is not threatened. And that will reach your nervous system, so the anxiety will decrease. Okay? So because of that, when we are training ourselves like we are doing now, you can practice the controlled breathing in 4 or 6 steps with your eye closed. But now I want you to practice it with your eyes open, so you will know how to do it when a crisis happens. So let's do exactly the same thing. We will start with 4, controlling it in 4 steps, then we will move it into 6 steps, but with the eyes open. Good? So breathe normally with your eyes open, relax yourself, and now we start. I will count the breathing with my hand and the breathe out with my voice. Okay, so get ready and we start. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Take a deep breath. Probably now is easier than before because we have been integrating that reaction, that emotional reaction. And you look everywhere. I'm safe. There is no threat. There is no danger right now. Allow yourself to feel that. Okay? Now we move into the 6th step. Breathe normally. Get ready. Eyes open. And we start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can place your hand in your abdomen so you will be aware of the movement of the abdomen as we learned before. Okay? So I inhale, abdomen out, I exhale, abdomen in. Okay? Let's go again. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, very good. Now, the last step in this practice. We will do exactly the same, eyes open, but you will look around yourself, being aware that there is no danger, that you are not threatened, that your life is not threatened. It doesn't mean that you don't have problems. It means that those problems are not threatening your life right now, your survival right now. So it's about looking everywhere to be aware, oh, there is no threat, there is no danger right now, I'm alive, in this moment I am safe, I'm secure. Okay? Then we will deal with every other problem. But first, you have to tell to yourself, to teach to yourself that your life is not threatened, that you are not in danger. Okay? So exactly the same, 6 steps, but looking everywhere, just with that feeling of, I'm safe, there is no danger, I'm good, I'm alive. Okay? Let's go for that. Hand in the abdomen or not, however you want, and we go. 6, 5, 4, I'm safe, 2, 1. I'm alive. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There is no danger. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Take a deep breath. Very good. Now, immediately go inside. Try to see if there is again this feeling of uncomfortable or pain or stress by having control of your breathing in these steps. And embrace any kind of uncomfortable feeling. In your mind, embrace it. Do not fight it, but instead of that, feel that uncomfortable, feel those feelings. Embrace those feelings, and in your mind you remember, I'm alive, I am safe, there's no threat right now. You relax that feeling by feeling it, by embracing it. Very good. Now open your eyes, come back here. The more that we get acquainted and we get used to this feeling of uncomfortable, then when anxiety happens, we will know how to deal with it. What happens to you when a crisis happens is that this feeling start to show up and start to increase, and because you don't know how to deal with it, you start to overreact to that, and that makes it increase and become bigger. However, if you know how to deal with it because you did it previously, like what you are learning right now, when that moment happened during a crisis, you will remember, oh, now I know. I remember that feeling. I know what I have to do. I have to embrace it. I have to not dramatize it. And I have to take control of my breathing like I have been doing previously in the preventive practice that I'm teaching you today. So that will be so much easier to end and to stop that crisis. Good? Now, we are going to move into the two most difficult exercises of today. We are going to consciously increase that uncomfortable feeling. The way that we are going to do it is by taking a deep breath in, and we are going to hold it there. And we are going to hold it until we get that feeling of uncomfortable. Then we will release the breath out and not take control of the breath out. Okay? So let's do it. For this one, we are going to close our eyes, breathe normally first to get ready. And now you take a deep breath in, hold your breath. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it. Don't care about the breath out right now. And you keep breathing normally. And we go again for one of these breathing. Take a deep breath in. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If holding the breathing for 10 is too much for you, whenever you feel that uncomfortable feeling, you release it and you wait for me to continue. You have to reach that uncomfortable feeling, but never pain, okay? Never irritation, okay? So let's do it again. Take a breath in. Hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it. Immediately go into the emotional reaction. Go into that uncomfortable feeling. Embrace it. Sit in that feeling. And allow yourself to integrate that emotion, that fear. Your mind again, I'm safe, I'm not threatened, I'm not in danger. Very good. Embrace that state, those emotions. Very good. Let's do the last one more. Breathe in, hold, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Open your eyes, come back here. Did you see that after doing this little emotional integration of embracing that uncomfortable feeling, the next one was easier? It's exactly the same thing. What happened is that by feeling our emotion and our reaction in the next breath, it's easier because we resolve it. So the more that you do this kind of practice, the more that you get used to those feelings, and the more that you will be able to control your breathing and those reactions. Now we will do even more difficult than before. And it is exactly the same thing, but we are going to hold the breath after the breath out. So we are going to exhale all the air, and we are not going to take a breath in. We are going to count before we breathe in. And this is more difficult because when you hold your breath with the air inside, there is still oxygen in your lungs. So it takes more time to get that uncomfortable feeling. But in the breathe out, there is barely no air, no oxygen in your lungs, and that is what made this feeling show up earlier. So again, I'm gonna count again 10, but if you feel that it's too painful, you release the air, and don't care if you release the air after counting 3 or 4 or 5, it doesn't matter. Make sure that you reach the uncomfortable feeling. Make sure that you never reach the pain or the irritation feeling. That is not required for this practice, and it won't be good for you. So just touch the uncomfortable feeling. Okay? Good. So again, we close our eyes, relax yourself. And now take a breath in, exhale, hold it there, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Breathe in. Relax your body. Go immediately into the emotional reaction. Now there is not only an emotional reaction, you can also feel maybe wave of heat in your body, maybe starting like sweating. It's completely normal. Go in there, sit into that reaction and feel it. Breathe normally. In your mind, I'm safe, I'm alive, there is no threat. I'm safe, I'm alive, I'm not threatened. Embrace that reaction, embrace that feeling, that fear. Very good. That's very good. You're doing it very well. Let's do it again. Breathe in normally. Breathe out. Hold your breath. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe. Go into the emotional reaction immediately. Embrace that emotional reaction. Embrace that uncomfortable feeling, that fear, that stress in your body. Remain there. Embrace it. Your mind, I'm safe. I'm not threatened. There is no danger. I am alive. Very good. Let's go for a third one. Breathe in. Exhale. Hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe normally. Pay attention how every time the emotional reaction is smaller. That is not only because we are doing it more time, but because we are integrating the reaction. So again, feel that reaction, feel those emotions. Very good. I'm safe, I'm alive, there is no threat, I'm not in danger. Very good. And let's go for the last one. Breathe in. Exhale. Hold it there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Breathe normally. Go into the reaction. Sitting there, embrace it. Very good. Very good. Embrace that fear, sit in that uncomfortable feeling, and allow yourself to feel it, to embrace it. In your mind, I am safe, I am not threatened, I am alive. Open your eyes, look everywhere around you. I'm alive, I am safe, there is no danger, everything is okay. And you take a deep breath, a deep vocal breath. Make sure that you do that noise. So again, very good. So we have done very many exercises during this class. The first few steps is to take control of our breathing in 4 steps, in 6 steps. You will do it in a preventive way, so you will be so used to take control of your breathing that when a crisis happens, you will know how to do it like that. You will be able to keep your eyes open and to count your own breathing, and you will take yourself out of the crisis with no dependency to anyone. So the controlling breath in 4, 6 steps, you will do it preventively to train yourself, but also during a crisis or an anxiety or a panic attack. It's the same thing. Now, the exercises of keeping your breath in the breath in or in the breath out, make sure of never do it while an anxiety or a crisis, because it will make it worse. It will be worse. These 2 exercises that we did at the end of holding our breath in and holding our breath out, we do it preventively to get acquainted with that feeling, to learn how to deal this, I cannot breathe, I'm gonna die. So we do it before or after, but absolutely never during a crisis, okay? During a crisis, you open your eyes and you try to control your breathing in 4 steps. And you try to have your abdominal breathing, your normal breathing from your abdomen. That is what you are going to do during the crisis. But before, after, when the crisis is not happening, you will do both. The training of the controlling breath and the holding in the breathing and in the breath out, and also feeling that uncomfortable, doing that emotional integration of that uncomfortable feeling. The more that you do it, the less that anxiety will have power over you, and the less that anxiety will control your life, your mind, and everything. But then, remember how I started this class. Anxiety is and will remain being a symptom. You have to do therapy, you have to do emotional integration to find the origin of that anxiety, so you will dissolve it, and then you won't even need to control your breath, because anxiety won't affect you anymore. So thank you very much, and we see each other in the next one. Bye bye.